Well, hello there. Uh, just started. I just started streaming. Never done it before. I was just wanting to do it with this game because, otherwise, I don't have as much encouragement. I've repeated this same segment of the campaign multiple times because, I didn't know what the campaign was before. But now I know. But, the game I'm currently playing, do you know, like, some of the jokes about it? About the players who play it? D-Man? Okay. Well, some of the jokes about him is that, this is one of the only games where, like, 20% of the players who play it have actually done the campaign. It's not because it's hard, it's just because most people get it for the building of boats. But it's actually kind of nice, kind of easy to stream because the campaign has an inbuilt time limit. Yeah, it's the same thing here. Not a lot of the achievements have many people using, like, getting them. But the reason why I did that is because the fortress, they have these right here, the turbines, and the turbines essentially make sure that your fortress stays afloat in the air. And one thing that you kind of have to watch for is uh, like how much power, well, how much engine power you're using, because the more stuff you put on your fortress, the more engine power it uses from the turbines. But the main reason I'm doing that is this, because if I go into, I can only see this much area, and that's using these antennas, which reveals the fog of war. And the best way to reveal the most amount of the fog of war is giant pole. I'm not even kidding you. Wrong way. hopefully this stream, well, each stream I'm going to end at the council meeting, which is every 2 hours, which makes it real nice to stream this game, because you have a time limit built in, you know what you're doing next. But, I want to get to the, to that at the end of this stream, and the next stream will hopefully be a, like, war, and, well, it will be a battle, but I want, with that stream, to take another resource pile, which is what this fortress is on. That way I can build all my extremely expensive boats a lot faster. That's nowhere near big enough. Yeah. So the entire thing with the campaign is you want to take over the entire area, but it takes quite a while, and early on you have to do it real strategically, because with the council meetings you can't just opt out of them. No matter what, you have, like early on, you kind of have to fight someone. Now there are some ways you can do it very cheekily early on. I don't want to do that because I want to get a ton of resources real early on and then just start chilling out. Yeah, that's max, because, so, right here is a resource pile, and right down here. Ooh, yeah, okay, so I'm going to try to pick a fight with the Deepwater Guard, and then take their resource pile, and then that way I have 2 for the next council meeting. These don't have to spin, it just looks better when they're spinning. Yeah, I think I've got enough resources to start building some. Oh dear, I have to lift this up. Goodness. But, oh, the other thing, the reason why I put the fortress so down low is that the higher above sea level, well, the further away from sea level your fortress turbines are, the more engine power they consume. Which gets kind of annoying because then you can't use as much stuff because, well, yeah, you can. Yeah, so the engines just apply engine power and the fortress turbines constantly use it. And so the further away it is from the turbines are from sea level, the like the more power they use. But engine power can be used for several guns. Well, yeah, there's I think there's currently one, yeah, there's one weapon system that does use engine power, it's the lasers. So if I want to add lasers to this fortress, then I need a lot of engine power. But I don't think I'll be really keeping this fortress. I want to try to remove it as soon as possible. Now this what I'm building right now is one of my motor missile boats. It's kind of bad, pretty unstable, but it works. For what it is, it works decently well. Some of this is probably unnecessary. I think the laser rangefinder is probably unnecessary for what it is, just being a bunch of missiles. But they move at a decent speed and they're kind of cheap. But like next stream. Wait, hold up. Why did I? Oh no, I think I might have done goofed. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, so that's another problem that I have to be wary about. The resource gatherers also require engine power. So what had happened is I used too many resources and ended up losing fuel. That was almost detrimental. Did anything break? I don't think anything did. Okay, that's good. But the main reason why I want to replace this fortress is that a lot of the guns are kind of exposed. Like these right here are the ammunition, and if these explosive pellets get hit, then I'm pretty sure they explode. But these are the ammo racks, which don't have a lot of armor. The missiles are the only ones that are kind of well protected. But my other fortress requires like
Receiving.
It requires a lot.
Moving now.
I think I'm going to check. Oh no, I need to. Dang it. So the other thing that's kind of annoying is that in order to set speed, you have to manually get it up to a top speed.
Receiving.
That
Receiving.
pull you out of play. No.
Receiving.
So the main reason I did that.
Moving now.
Oh. Oh no. I
Moving
just
now.
realized what's happening.
Receiving.
Okay. So I needed to do that first. Because what was happening is that I was moving my fortress as well.
Moving now.
So now, since I got this thing... Oh. Dang it, it can go faster. But, so, how this works is that these ships... So this ship is currently out of play, which means that it's de-rendered. And so what that allows it to do is move without, well, not move without using engine power, but it can allow you to go at a higher times speed. Like it can go up to 10 times if you pull everything out of play. But the main thing with it is that you need to set a top speed on that vehicle first before it starts going at the speed that it's at a play in. And so if you have something that moves real fast and you spawn it in and then immediately pull it out of play and make it start moving, it'll only go at 3 m per second. I don't know if it's meters. I think it is. But since I got this up to 16 meters per second, it's going to start moving at 16 meters per second. What each one of these grids are is just territory, and really capturing it is more of just bait for any enemies. They will go to capture the square first. I kind of don't know if in order to capture a square you need to be bordering it, but just doing this forces the AI to go and try to capture these, which takes several minutes. Yeah, early on, not super interesting, since it's mainly just setting up stuff.
Receiving.
I have a couple other vehicles that I want to build, but I first need to probably get another resource pile. Yeah, that's what the first 2 hours is, and then once you get to the council meeting, first one in, the first council meeting that you ever go to, you have to declare war on someone, since over here on the right, the team with the that says commodities right over here, the commodities are essentially just like universal money in this game, and you don't have enough to just declare peace with all the factions, but you get thousands of commodities for battling a faction. And the Deepwater Guard is kind of the worst. They have the worst vehicles of all the factions, I'm pretty sure. So I want to declare war on them, try to get at least, I think last time I got 2 of these motor missile boats. I hope that's enough to try to get closer to their outpost and maybe destroy it, but I don't think I'll be able to until the next council meeting. But next stream, hopefully I'll have that resource pile, and then hopefully I'll be advancing my technology, because these motor missile boats are not good. They are kind of okay. I want to try to get them to have at least 20,000 materials before they start fighting. Like, I think that's a pretty good combat endurance for them. 49,000 is a little bit much, but oh well. I think before next stream, I might need to make a mini fortress. One like that is super cheap, because currently my fortress that I have made that is actually good is 140,000 materials. This boat can only hold 105. This fortress only holds 105,000. Which is not even enough to build the one fortress. Oh no! Good thing I didn't click that.
Receiving.
So these... Okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun. The only thing is that it's kind of time-consuming. Like it's already been 20 minutes? Yeah, 20 minutes. And I haven't really done much. These things, they're decent. They got 7 medium missiles, which do quite a bit of damage. Especially against the Deepwater Guard ships, which I was testing my one fortress against.
Receiving.
Let's see. Okay, 30% is 14,000. That's 23,000. Okay. So, now I have to... Now this, I can definitely... Like, I need to redesign a lot of these. Like, this is extremely weak. It can't really survive many rounds, mainly because of how much it peeks out of the water, and it doesn't like non-stable water. I'm going to do that because I need to I don't know if in the campaign charging at a Hearthstone kills you or not, but I am not taking the chances.
Receiving.
So, now that I've gotten this ship's speed pretty well, I can now
Receiving.
grab him and tell him to get
Moving
over this
now.
way. And now, I have 2 ships. Yeah, the other problem with this fortress is that my larger ship, the Crocodile Light Battleship, can barely be built with this. And so the building fortress I made was mainly centered around building large ships, which is why I want it to be the second fortress I have. But I think I might have made it a little bit too expensive. Alright, all I can really do is wait, so pull all 10 times. So the building fortress is a lot of metal, so it can survive a ton of punishment, and it has maybe a little bit too many guns, so it can dish out a lot of punishment, but it's really expensive. I think the Onyx Watch is more like castle, like fortress vehicles, while the Deepwater Guard is more boats. Now this, I think I'll have to probably go into a... Oh, jeez. Yeah, I definitely have to go into just a little, like, development thing. The sandbox mode, and spawn this thing in to see what the heck I'm going to be against. The houses I don't think do anything. But that airship gantry, I don't think it does anything. Now this, however, oh, that is a cheap outpost. Holy. That's kind of funny that my crocodile battleship is... Oh dear.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
It's kind of funny that my crocodile battleship is more expensive than this outpost, but it's probably not a good thing. Okay, I think I might make this stream a little longer, because in 10 times, I think if I go by just the council meeting in 10 times, I don't think it'll be a long stream. Wait, oh no.
Receiving.
Well, that sucks. Well, why is this? Okay, I think that, so Oh, is the resource... I think this resource pile might be moving. So, I was thinking that my fortress, when it was out of play, it wouldn't be gathering resources in this. But I'm pretty sure it does, it's just that this moves. Yeah, it does. That is annoying. So this resource pile here, which is how I get resources, moves. And what makes that annoying is that I can't just sit my fortress in it and collect resources. And the fortresses do not move at a high speed at all. I'm pretty sure this moves, or it just moved my fortress out of the zone for some reason. Okay, but now I'm gathering resources again. Okay, that was kind of detrimental. Oh wait, no, never mind. I have enough material gatherers to deplete it of material. So in this resource pile right now, I can't even build my battleship. Because I will only have 50,000 resource pile. Well, 50,000 resources. I can move this further into the center. So yeah, the only thing with fortresses is that moving them around is kind of a pain. That probably ought to be good enough. Yes, sadly, my Crocodile light battleship costs 70,000. Yeah, about 70,000 material. Probably costs around 80,000 materials to 80 to 90,000 materials to actually use. And currently, I'll only get up to 50,000. So that's a little bit of a problem. So, after the council meeting, if I battle these guys, they'll send 3 ships. Yeah, they'll send 3 vehicles at me. I think is what it was last time. And then I don't know what they are. Yeah, let's see. What happens if I do this again? Oh, okay, that's... I was right. Oh, so the all the resources move. Okay.
Receiving.
So that is what happened. So that's kind of annoying, but now it's nice to know. So I can't... I don't know. I'll have to see if there's a way to automate the fortresses to move with the resource pile, but I don't think there is. So I just have to keep an eye on that. Okay, but so after this council meeting... So yeah, when this council meeting ends, I'm going to try to battle these guys. And I think I might try to get both of my boats, both of these missile
Receiving.
boats, to
Receiving.
probably about the same area so that they can both fight
Receiving.
together. But I don't really know how well that's going to work. But I think in a couple streams, I think I'm going to try to rebuild a lot of my vehicles. Mainly get a new boat that's actually effective and a new battleship. Because my battleship, its armor is too low below the surface. And all the armor above the surface is wood, which does not have much protection, which is a slight problem. I was wanting to stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Odyssey, but sadly, YouTube, I have to wait a full day to be authorized. Okay, yeah, I know that. I mean, it's kind of obvious. But, the sad thing is that YouTube, you need to wait at least a day or to be authorized for live streaming for some reason. And Odyssey, there is no way to really connect multiple live streams. Like, there's one way, which is Restream.io, but it can only connect to two sources, and they're ones that they choose. And the only two that is on there is YouTube and Twitch. So I could stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but that kind of means that Odyssey's left out. So I might just have to open up like 2 or 3 things of of OBS Studio. Wait. Oh, that's what it is. Oh. Oh, I never... That's one of their cargo ships. Okay.
Receiving.
So I'm going to move this. Can I go in?
Moving now. Moving now.
Okay, so that's
Moving
good to know.
now.
I can't go into their area or friendly areas. But I can move right next to the border to be ready.
Moving now.
Now, I could cheese this by just putting some blocks in this ring, which prevents these guys, or any enemies, from capturing the ring, or capturing the area. But that just seems a little too cheesy for me.
Receiving.
I have to spend another couple minutes moving this back into the resource zone. I think... Okay, so it's not the resource zones moving. I think it might just be the water moving it. I don't know, though. Wait, the resource zones are... Oh, that's what it is. I think the resource area might move inside this room or something. So, D-Man, how's your day been?
Receiving. Moving now.
Oh, I can just do that. Okay, that's good.
Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. Water mode at your service.
What is it?
Receiving. Moving now.
Okay, there. Dang it. I need to open up the keys. There was a way to open up fleet. Okay, there it is. E. So this guy. So how?
Receiving. Moving now.
I don't know what once human is.
Receiving. Moving now.
Okay, so these two ships are now in a fleet. So that means that in 8 minutes, when the council meeting happens, I will be able to just send the two ships against the Deepwater Guards ships that they send to attack. Whew.
Receiving.
Alright, council meeting. I don't know if it's going to be, if they're randomized or not. Okay, it's not. Okay, yeah, they are randomized. Okay. Alright. Okay, so these bottom options are kind of a bad idea. For me, at least. Because, I'm not exactly ready to face multiple factions. This one nets the most commodities, but I have to face I don't think. Okay, so in 2 hours, it's not really going to do much. I'm still going to face the one guys. I think I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm just going to be safe and only fight the deep water guard. Because that way I'm only deteriorating one relationship. Okay, so I am neutral with. Okay, so Onyx Watch is my ally starting off. Don't know what they do. Don't know what they do. Don't know what they do. Okay, the Deepwater Guard kind of fight everyone. Scarlet Dawn. Scarlet Dawn is really scary because they're all like the lasers and advanced space technology. Twin Guard, I think, is also because if their character's a robot, then it kind of makes sense. I think Steel Striders has some ground vehicles. Yeah, I currently want to just fight these guys. They're not allied with anyone, and they're at war with. Well, they're mad at about two people. Okay, but I get a lot of improved relations. Scarlet Dawn, I get way up there. Onyx Watch, I also go way up. I got a ton of commodities. Okay, yeah, that was good. So now that means that I can go over to here, and I can gift myself this one commodities. Alright, so now I can pull it out of play, and then I can build. I can now build my battleship. Oh dear. Please tell me I didn't goof this up. I don't think I did. Jeez, I need to. Yeah, this here was the reason why I wanted to make the building fortress. I don't think it's going to build the full thing, is it? Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, this thing, for the size it is, it's kind of cheap. But it's really long.
Receiving.
Okay, that's good. They got the full thing. So the main reason why this is so expensive is the hole. So at first I was making it real cheap with a wooden hole, and I realized that that doesn't really protect a lot, so I put metal all around it. But it sits so low that the metal doesn't really do anything. Yeah, you'll see once it gets the turrets, once it's fully complete, how low, like what all is sitting above the water. I think I might just edit this one, just add a bunch of metal to it. Oh yeah, the antenna is not a good antenna. The guns are also okay. The AI tracking probably doesn't need to be like that, but oh well.
Receiving.
Almost goofed again. I had to give myself a bunch of commodities again. Is it complete? It's complete. Now it's time to armor it up. So this here is my crocodile battleship, and it's pretty decent. It's not the best. It could definitely be better. But why?
Receiving. Moving now.
Why did it do that? Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason it just backed up into my boat.
Receiving. Turning off.
Give me control back. AI. I want to get this thing's top speed up.
Receiving. Receiving. Taking command. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving.
Oh, I probably should have been moving this.
Moving
feed up.
now.
Way up. So, now that I have a battleship, somewhat, it's more like a destroyer, but oh well.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Oh.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. Moving now. Moving now. Receiving.
What I find kind of funny is that my destroyer actually holds less material than my missile boats. Which probably shouldn't be the case,
Receiving.
but it's funny. Okay, with 100,000, I can now... I'm gonna save that. So now, I'm going to build my cargo ship. So this, for surprisingly, somehow, the cargo ship is extremely deadly. It has a single gun that is somehow extremely effective. Like, I don't know why. Well, I know why, but it's just kind of funny.
Listening.
Yeah, for being in a war against the Deepwater Guard, they're sure not moving quickly. Like, I'm about to capture a zone.
Listening.
But, I think I should probably nickname my cargo ship Whale. mainly because it is just massive. But it's one of my few boats that is actually somewhat stable.
Receiving.
Now, I will say this cargo ship has. I haven't tested out how effective it is in fighting. I don't really. Mainly because my thinking is that it's gonna be mainly for self defense.
Listening. Water mode at your service.
Wait, does it not have movement AI? Hold up. Did I not give it movement options? Does it just not have... Did I forget to put AI in it? Huh. That's a problem. Well then... Okay, well, I'm going to adjust that later. But...
Receiving. Turning off.
Okay, so I completely forgot to put AI in that.
Receiving.
Yep.
Receiving. Moving now.
I'm going to move those closer.
Receiving.
So I'm going to let this cargo ship fill up, but I'm also going to save it, since it really needs AI. I probably ought to protect these components a bit better. Just gonna do that to make it prettied up a little bit. Okay, so now I have a cargo ship.
Receiving.
Are they building anything yet? No. Oh, jeez. Okay, I definitely need to give my battleship more material storage. Ugh, 37. D-Man, do you think I should build another battleship? Do you think I should build another battleship? I have the resources. Okay. It's just I'm going to upgrade them, like make a new one later. But it's just there's some other things that I need to do to improve it right now. Because my one battleship over here, I'm going to probably need to make a motor missile boat to just store materials for it right now. Because currently it's at 20,000.
Receiving.
And I'm pretty sure it was at like
Receiving.
42,000 when it left, or like 30,000. So that's quite a bit of material usage.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
I'm gonna use up quite a bit of commodities, because I don't think I'm going to... Wait, yeah, peace, to buy peace is like 700,000. So I can't even do that.
Receiving.
I'm gonna pull that out of play,
Receiving.
because it doesn't really need to exist. Why is it moving?
Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Okay, but so I think next, I'm going to end the stream at the next council meeting. But then once I get to that, I think I might be able to have this resource pile, and I think I'll be able to have enough commodity. No. So yeah, the next council meeting, I'm just going to try to continue the war with these guys. And then hopefully with that council meeting, I'll get several 100,000 resources so that I can build the other building fortress that I guess it would be like a super fortress and place it here. Alright, you need more resources. Way more. There, that's much better. I probably don't need as much lead. I probably don't need this lower 2 areas of metal. I want to try to get this thing a little bit higher out of the water. It's a little higher. Oh, I think that made it a little bit more expensive.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
I have 14,000 commodities. Okay.
Receiving.
Now, to keep this guy alive, I'm going to give him 10 more thousand. And now I only have 4,000 commodities left.
Receiving.
Oh, I need a ground vehicle, don't I? Yep.
Moving now.
I'm going to move the missile boats.
Receiving.
I need to get this guy's top speed up.
Receiving. Receiving. Returning to formation. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving.
This thing needs more ammo. Okay, I think they might have changed how ammunition works. Yeah, they did. They changed ammunition costs. So that's kind of annoying.
Receiving.
Alright, so I can now pull that guy out of play and send him forward.
Moving now. Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
So I think... yeah. I'm going to just 10 times this for a while.
Receiving. Moving now.
Ooh. Paraiba. Oh! Oh no, I
Receiving.
don't think these guys are going to...
Moving now.
Okay, so the fact that the Paraiba costs 180,000 materials, I don't think that's good.
Receiving. Moving now.
Move.
Moving now. Receiving.
Oh dear.
Moving now. Moving now.
I don't know why them guys are stuck there, but I don't think that they'll survive against that.
Receiving.
What?
Receiving. Receiving.
Well,
Receiving. 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 Receiving.
oh.
Receiving.
So now I know what this is. So I lost both my missile boats. So this thing's going to be a nuisance.
Receiving. Moving now. Moving now.
Well. So that's good to know. My missile boats cannot do anything to the Paraiba.
Receiving. Moving now.
Oh no.
Moving now.
I think it's going to intercept my other light battleship, which is gonna be a problem.
Receiving. 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 Moving now. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving.
Eek.
Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Hmm.
Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Okay, that's what I did wrong. Alright. Don't know how to do this before. So I'm starting... The one problem with both my battleships is that they don't have good missile avoidance. They don't have any, like, missile countermeasures. Well, this, Paraiba does. But I have found out how to use both of my battleships, so I might be able to just destroy it. Hopefully.
Receiving. Taking command. Receiving. Engaging now. Engaging now. Receiving. Engaging now.
Oh, my one battleship is actually taking it quite nicely. 87% so far. I don't think any of my missiles is gonna splash, though. Nope. No splashdown. Wait. Yes! I'm getting splashes! Yes! I'm starting to actually pretty well damage the, this Paraiba. Ooh, 2 splashes, I think. Yeah, there's been 1 splash. 2 splash. Ooh, it's starting to perform worse now. Yeah! Oh! I just killed the Paraiba! I just killed something that costed 180,000 materials with 2 of my battleships. Yo! Yo! It's getting whooped! Yo! Yo, my battleships actually are good! That's incredible! What else damaged on this one? Okay, it's kind of badly damaged. 1 gun's gone. Some of the... looks like half the missiles are gone. But it's still got a functional gun. Still got 4 missiles and a functional gun. I think all their guns... oh yeah, they've sunk. All I can fire now is missiles, it looks like. And they're just missile interception missiles. Yeah, yeah. So, for my battleship, all that it's missing is a single turret and some missiles. Now granted, it probably needs a bit more. It probably needs some armor. But compared to this thing, which I thought was just straight up better, it can't shoot. It can't shoot back already. So in total, I've destroyed it when it was like more mass and probably more effective. Yet my ships, one of which being the worst version, are still over 80% together. They still have over 80% health. And I just deleted 180,000 materials.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving. Moving now. Moving now. Moving now.
Okay, them 2 probably ought to be repaired.
Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Alright, so I'm going to move this guy
Moving
back.
now. Receiving.
This one isn't that... huh. This one isn't really that badly damaged. So I just won against what I thought was going to be a pretty hard foe to fight.
Receiving. Moving
Okay.
now.
I still need a ton more materials, though, until I actually get pretty offensive. But they just had a pretty severe loss, though. Because I'm pretty sure that was one of their, like, large, huh? Oh, is that one of them capturing somewhere? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was, like, one of their larger ships. Because it costs more than their airship gantry over here. So that is actually pretty... That is pretty impressive. But that drained a lot. These two drained a lot of my resources. So I definitely have to take this resource pile. But what's it? I don't think it's that effective, is it? $28 resources per second. And over here, what is it? 42. Okay, so it's not as good as my traveling garbage patch. But that'd still be better. Okay, but in about 20 minutes, I'm going to stop streaming. So I'm going to try to get to the next council meeting. I don't think I'll be able to take this. These motor missile boats, I definitely need to... Yeah, so before next stream, I'm going to make a new small boat to replace these motor missile boats, because they kind of suck.
Receiving.
Okay, but this battleship... Alright, this battleship now
Receiving.
is the correct version. So now I've got two really good battleships.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
And I have collected quite a bit of space. I've taken 3 squares. Oh, shuriken. The shurikens suck. They're kind of bad.
Receiving. Moving now.
So Walrus, I don't know what type of weaponry the Walrus has. I'm gonna begin the battle.
Receiving. Receiving.
Oh. That's... Oh, it's 2 crams. And they already almost destroyed the motor missile boats. Okay, I definitely need to replace these. Yeah, the center's... Oh, the fortress is gone. Walrus has not been touched at all. It's probably about to destroy one of them. Yep, a hit and a... Is that thing's turret gone? Oh, it's flipped. So the one's flipped.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Why aren't you
Receiving.
fighting?
Receiving.
Come on, fight.
Receiving. Receiving.
It literally... What? Why is this guy not fighting? What? Did it snipe the AI?
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Well, that sucks.
Receiving.
Don't tell me that's all it took to... Oh, okay, that's good. Oh. Okay, yeah, my missile boats definitely need heavy modifications. So what had happened to this guy? Use him. So it needs more armor. Just needs a lot of fixes. tape fix might be to just retrofit all the metal, all the wood into light alloy. How is this thing still floating? Yeah, I'm going to do this, but yeah, so they... What I'm definitely going to do next is heavily improve this thing so that it can fight against a cargo ship. Finally!
Receiving. Moving now.
Well,
Moving now.
I managed to get a
Receiving.
little bit done.
Receiving. Moving now.
Well, these two missile boats are going to die.
Moving now. Moving now. Receiving. 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 Receiving.
Well,
Receiving. Receiving.
oh. Okay, so first things first, we're going to replace some of these materials.
Receiving. Receiving.
Well, I don't think this is gonna be the best, but so Falkenheim. Oh, that's not good.
Receiving.
That's not good.
Receiving.
I may have been a little ambitious. And I still don't have a whole lot of commodities. And there's still an hour.
Receiving. Receiving.
Oh no. Well, time to see what's gonna happen. Oh, and it has flares. Oh, and they're both airships. Okay, one boat is at 90. Oh, that's one ship down. Okay. Okay, somehow, why are these things good? Why are these things somehow surviving this much punishment? Okay, that guy just got clapped. So before next stream or during next stream, I think next stream I'm just going to do building stuff. Because this guy needs improvements. Like, I need a new boat. New little tiny boat. Did I just win? How are these missiles? Okay. So these just need a slight improvement.
Receiving. Receiving. Moving now.
Well then. I'm going to end this stream here because I didn't exactly make it to the council meeting, but it's been 2 hours. So next stream, I'm going to finish this up, definitely.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
And then
Receiving.
Yeah. Alright. Oh. Have a good one.